Okay, hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're doing like a little special project here. We talked about doing some regular beers. You mentioned to me because you said you didn't want people to think we were beer snobs, you know, because we do drink a lot of regular beers too, not just only craft beer. I mean, there's some people that only drink craft beer, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to drink. Okay, but we wanted to address some regular stuff, and today we have Milwaukee's Best Ice. This is the 5.9 quart can. I bought this at Racetrack. It was 2 of these cans for $2.75. This is the current special. They raised the price because it was 2 for $2.50, but they raised it. Okay, whatever. Best by May 14, 2018. This is a great date. May. Here we are in January, so this probably came out. It was probably canned about 2 weeks ago.
Fresh.
Super fresh. You wanted me to talk about the 5.9 and 6.9. All right. When this beer came out on the market in 1994, so it's been out 24 years, it was 5.9. You know, it did all right. People drank it. It's not a big seller. It's a steady seller. But Miller got this kind of crazy idea. You said do sideways, it comes out better.
Doesn't spill.
Uh-oh.
Better
go get a towel.
No, it's fine.
I'll clean it up.
I'll do it. Give me your glass.
Damn. These glasses are the worst.
No spillage.
I got this idea.
So we're doing Milwaukee's Best Ice. 5.9% alcohol in a 32-ounce can.
Yeah. They got this idea that if they jacked up the alcohol, it would
And
maybe...
I didn't spill it. But go ahead.
Believe me, it's not my fault. It's a Miller prop. It's these cans. They just invariably spill. I should have poured it by the sink. But they got this idea that if they jacked up the ABV to 6.9, that it would make it really popular.
Right.
The reverse happened. This was in late, like August, September 2016.
Right. And I find this similar analogy with some beers is that some companies will raise the alcohol and some will lower them.
Right.
One of the beers that I was disappointed at with back in the 90s that we always used to get was Hoegaarden. Hoegaarden would come in the 4-pack, and we were so surprised to see it come in a 6-pack later, not knowing a whole lot of...
Yeah, the Hoegaarden, yeah, famous beer.
We didn't know a whole lot of... or have a whole lot of knowledge on the beer industry or what's going on with those folks back in the day. But they actually lowered the alcohol percentage in it, and it totally threw off the whole balance of the beer. So it made the beer not taste as good as it had the higher alcohol.
So it went from something y'all loved to something you could live it up.
Something you could pass by, right?
I didn't know they had changed it. Well, this Milwaukee's Best was a problem because they went to 6.9, and I tried it, but when I had 6 months advance notice on it because I used to do some consulting work with Miller, which once I got bought out, that ended. I never got any more notices. But so they would pay me a little bit of money to do that. I mean, like a little bit. So anyway, I knew this was coming 6 months before it hit, and I didn't like the idea. I thought this is a bad idea. But they thought it's going to be great. All the consumers started complaining. It's too strong. It's too, the body got heavier and it was harsher. And it's too strong. And they probably started calling and emailing. So it lasted on the market to 6.9, maybe 6 months. And they announced that effective immediately in spring of 2017, they were going back to the old 5.9. And so there it is again. And the distributor... salesman, the head salesman told me, he said the sales went from pretty good to nothing when they jumped it up. And then when it went back to 5.9, the sales went back up. He said, so it definitely made an impact, that 1% increase. And I don't know your experience with this beer. We can get them cheap in my parish, St. John the Baptist Parish. I don't know what they do out here. They sell very cheap, about $15.90.
Get it at the Racetrack, same price. I think it's across the board.
Yeah, it's $15.99 a 30-pack where I live. $15.99 a 30-pack.
Same thing.
Okay.
So they told us as the lower end of the macros.
Touted as a low-end macro lager, but with elevated alcohol.
Yeah.
Use
Now,
that
the
ice.
smell of it kind of reminds me of a cross between a Miller and a Coors. So if you took a Miller, a regular Miller, like a Miller High Life, and you infused it with the 50-50 on a Coors Banquet,
You notice it's a lot
I
golder.
would think that you would get something along the lines of this.
It's not yellow. It's gold.
No, right. It's golden like Coors.
So Miller High Life / Coors Banquet.
I would say this is what this beer reminds me
Or
of.
extra gold even.
Perhaps, but if it costs the companies more money to make the extra gold, we're not getting extra gold.
We don't get extra gold now since 1999 or 98, 99. Let's see
It's a
something.
very mellow smell. It's not anything overpowering. And a lot of people stay away from this beer because they look at the Milwaukee's Best as an off-brand.
Junk product. Oh, one more thing. It's certified kosher, in case you need to know that. And it's 148 calories, which is really low for a beer. 148 calories is not bad. That's typical. And it says on the side ale, because you know they got some laws.
Because 5.9, right?
Yeah, beer
And again,
can-
it goes above 5.5. In some states, is labeled as an ale.
Can't be a lager, but it is a lager, believe me. Okay.
And
back to
they
yours.
don't say lager; they stamp it as beer.
It's state by state, right? Some
Right.
some cans will say ale in Texas. All right, I interrupted you, so back to what you were saying. I agree that it's sort of like an amalgamation type thing.
Mix.
Yeah. So, just give me your general impression of it, and I'll stop blabbing.
It's clean. It's refreshing. It's easy drinking. The alcohol content is fantastic with the body. I've had both the 6.9 and the 5.9. I would prefer this 5.9 over the 6.9.
A little cleaner and smoother.
Cleaner and smoother, yes.
And that's a quart can, so you could just
You can blow right through it.
light the night on fire, so to speak, for $2, for $1, $1,
$1 and whatever you pay for it.
$1.45. No, less than that. $1.35. I don't think it. To me, it tastes like. I don't think it tastes like bum juice or trash beer. I mean, you can get some of those.
It tastes good.
It just tastes like a Miller beer.
It tastes good. I like it.
What rating would you give it?
In a
An A.
in
You
a
gave-
style, yes.
You gave that. You gave an A to the. What's the one we had? You gave an A to the.
It's all the styles.
Right, the adjunct lager. This is made with corn and
Tastes
pale
good.
malts.
It tastes good.
Oh, you gave an A to the Miller Genuine Draft.
Right. It's very close to genuine draft.
Just a little stronger punch.
I wouldn't say a stronger punch, a lighter body.
Yeah.
The alcohol, I mean, the genuine draft was what, 5.5?
No, actually, it's 4.7.
Okay. Well, the alcohol content tastes about the same. The bodies are about the same. This is a little bit. The Miller Genuine Draft had more of a buttery note to it. This is more of a clean over the palate.
And I think Milwaukee's Best Ice would be a good beer for, and I'm going to say these, you can agree or disagree. I would say good with like pork ribs, barbecue pork ribs, you know, catfish, fried catfish with maybe some mashed potatoes and a salad. Something like that, like a hamburger and fries, just like generalized that kind of food, you know, get together, watching football type food.
Mm.
Like something you would eat at, like, say, the Hot Rod Shop or something.
Perhaps.
Or a crawfish boil.
Yep. It's good.
Really spicy. It would cut through that heat. All right, so an A, I would give it,
It's an A. It's an A beer.
I would say A minus at the worst.
I'd say it's an overlooked A beer.
Yeah, it is overlooked. And by the way, one more thing, Milwaukee's Best has been on the market, not the ice, but the brand Milwaukee's Best since 1895, believe it or not.
Wow.
It was bought by Miller.
Solid.
It was a buyout. All right, think laissez les bon temps relais, enjoyable. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana, specifically Jefferson Parish.